Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to solve our skillrack daily challenge using Python programming language. Before going to logic, if you didn't subscribe to our channel, then subscribe right now and make our work more meaningful.
Let us solve today's DC using Python programming language. The program must accept integers R and C and matrix of size R cross C and two cells. It must find the path between the two cells. The path must be formed based on the condition. Only horizontal and vertical moments are allowed. If two cells are present in the same row or column, then they must be connected directly, else connect by the path which has exactly changed in the direction. Now, let us consider our test case. Here, R is equal to 4 and C is equal to 5. This is a 4 cross 5 character matrix and the two paths are given here, x1, y1 and x2, y2. So the first path 2, 5, second row and fifth column. So 2, 2 is here and 2, 5 is here. So this is the path. So only horizontal and vertical moments are allowed, and if two cells are present in the same row or column, we can find a path here. So let us change the color. So this is the path. Now let us find the weight of the path. So path P to A to Z, Z to L. Now the weight of P is 16, A is 1, Z is 26 and L is 12. So the sum of weight is equal to 16 plus 1 plus 26 plus 12, which is equal to 55. So 55 will be printed as our output. Now let us consider for our second test case. Here R is equal to 3 and C is equal to 3. This is a character matrix of size 3 cross 3 and the two paths are given here, x1, y1 and x2, y2. Here the first path is 1, 1. So it is J here, and the second path is 3, 3. It is S here. So we have to follow the second condition. If two cells connect the path which has exactly changed in one direction. So first let us consider this path. Let us have it as path 2. So from J to P and P to S. Now let us find the weight for the path 2. So path 2, which ranges from J to V, V2, P, P2, H, H2, S. Now the weight of this path 2 is, so path 1, okay, let us find the path 1. So for this path 1, we have another direction, that is J to T. Let us have it as purple color. J to T and T to S. This is the another direction. So now let us write this path 1 from J to P to T, T to O to S. Now this is the path 1. Now we have to find the weight of both the path. So weight of path 1. So weight of path 1. Weight for path 1. So the weight of J is 10 plus, for P 16 plus, for T 20 plus, for O and S 15 plus 19, which is equal to 80. Now the weight for path 2, which is equal to, for J it is 10 plus, for V it is 22 plus, for P it is 20 plus, for H it is 8, and for S it is 19. So the weight of path 2 is 75. Now we have to print the minimum weight of these two paths. So 80 and 75 comparing, so 75 will be printed as our output. Now let us implement our logic in Python programming language. First we are getting R and C as inputs, matrix x1, y1 and x2, y2 as input, and we are assigning minsum to 0, and we are passing the condition if x1 equal to x2, that is the path is present in same row or column. So if x1 equal to x2 means for call which ranges from min of y1, y2 minus 1 to max of y1, y2. So inside this for loop, minsum plus equal to get weight of the current matrix which follows in the loop. So this get weight function, here it is get weight function, this get weight function will return the sum of the character. So it will return the ORD value of ch.lower minus 96. That is the number of weight, like this here. So it will return the weight. So this is the get weight function, and we are adding it to the minsum. If y1, that is column is same, means we are using a for loop for row which ranges from min of x1, x2 minus 1 to row of max of x1, x2. Then similarly we are getting the get weight of matrix of row and y1 minus 1 as the similar way in the above for loop, and finally we are passing the get weight function and getting the weight. Now in the else part we are having three conditions. If x1 is greater than x2 means let us swap the values of x1, x2. So similarly we have to swap for y1 and y2, and our first condition y1 is greater than y2 means sum1 is equal to get sum via call of min of x1, x2 minus 1, comma max of x1, x2 minus 1, comma y1 minus 1. So this sum1 is having a get sum via call. So this is nothing but the function here. Here we are assigning path sum is equal to 0 and iterating over the loop for row which ranges from start row to end row plus 1. We are getting the get weight of the current element and adding it to the path sum, and finally we are returning the path sum. This is the get weight function. So this is the path sum, and it is getting added and finally returned. So here then we are assigning get sum via row y1, y2 minus 1 max of x1, x2 minus 1. So this get sum via row also similarly as the above function. So here also we are adding the weight to the path sum and returning it. Call which ranges from start call to end call plus 1, and we are adding the weight. This is the get weight function. Now this is the get sum via row function. Now for sum2 in the similar way, that is get sum via call for sum2, and in the else condition we are also getting sum1 and sum2 as mentioned in the above type by using the functions get sum via call and get sum via row. For this else condition means y2 is greater than y1, and finally we are getting the sum and adding it to the min sum, and finally we are printing the minimum of sum 1 and sum 2 and adding to the min sum, and at last we are printing the min sum.